Hello everybody and welcome. Today we're going to talk about thistle and kind of how painful it can be and how big of a catastrophe it can be if you get seeds of it into your gardens. I have a patch here in my backyard, half-acre food forest in Indiana, but we've been able to manage it in such a way so we can still use all the biomass that it creates. We can use it to break up the soil because it's kind of rocky. And also right now they're blooming, so they're a huge nectar source for pollinators. Kind of like this common weed behind me. I'll turn the camera around, show you this. We'll go look at the thistle and I'll show you just how much smaller and how much easier they can be managed. And then I'll show you a spot where they've been out of control and the huge size difference. I mean, we're talking feet and inches of diameter, so stay tuned. So here's that really cool patch. This was actually started by a packet of seeds that we randomly threw out here. We're starting a new garden bed just to the left, right here in front by the roadway. There's not too much to see there. Actually, this random tossing of seeds is actually done amazingly compared to the rest of the garden that we really tried hard to get to work. But you can see the flowers on these things. If they want to focus, I wish they would focus. Such a pretty flower, and they get so many flowers on them, and it's a multi-stem, so it's just, I mean, it's quite the plant. And it's pretty cool because it's actually a similar color to the thistle, and this is my little thistle field. And it should be showing up on camera, all the, I think it's a light purple, and they're just, oh, there's a fly right there if it wants to focus. You know, it's got a new camera here, so it's not exactly, well, I scared it away. But one of the things you got to remember about thistle is that in the spring when it shoots up, if you can get it at about, I don't know, knee height to waist height, and you trim it, which takes an hour with a pair of scissors, let's say. But you can see this, we wanted to still put flower heads on because pollinators love these flowers. You can see just the amount of flowers that one of these can put on. It's pretty incredible. And this is pretty manageable. It's pretty easy. We don't walk through here, but it's also these thistle drive pretty deep roots, and they break up all the, you know, the old rocks and whatever else was in here from how the land was managed before I moved in. And you see the butterfly. Ooh, I got zoom. There it is. There's a butterfly. So just think, if this was a mowed area, that butterfly wouldn't be here. And I know it's not a monarch, but it's still an important butterfly. Yeah, it's pretty. Here we are at the other location to try and give you an idea of just how bad this stuff can get. So this, all of this leaning over, that's all stuff that we didn't trim. You can see that one is probably the best way to show you how high it is. So that's probably over 6 foot, and it's just, I mean, it could just take over an area. And kind of to compare, you can see some of these other ones that we had trimmed back, because we have blackberries that will, and I get, yeah, that's blackberry too, all this. Blackberry should be able to outcompete this thistle, but since the thistle grows so much faster than how big this was before, we ended up trimming some to get some light to it. So that's how sometimes if you want to manage invasive plants or weeds or what have you, you let it grow. Like in my case, we've been trimming up so they don't block out other plants, whatever else, like the sunshine. But what we want to do in order to get that plant to not come back so strong next year, possibly kill it for the rest, you let it flower, put all that energy into growing, cut that flower off, and then it's maximized, it's used the maximum amount of energy that the plant can. But once you cut it down, if you cut it down to the ground, then it has no way to get additional energy from the sun. So that'll basically kill it. This thistle takes 2, maybe 3 years of doing that. But it's just regular maintenance of a garden anyways. You come through with some scissors when they're small, around April, maybe May, depending on where you're at, and you get to get rid of kind of a pest. Leave you here with this little shot of some random flowers we got, and I don't know what those are, but they're beautiful, right in front of all of the thistle, with a whole mass of blackberries coming along. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.